Hello students, so in our next exercise, that is exercise 4.2, we are going to come across factorization method, that is middle term splitting factor. We are going to use here middle term splitting factor in order to find the roots of this given equation. So in our previous chapter, that is chapter number 3, we have learned that if there is a quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in general we are discussing. Then here in the previous chapter, as I have said you, that if the power is 2, the power of the variable is 2, then we are going to get here two roots. That means we will get two answers for the value of x. So here we will use the middle term splitting factor, that is factorization method, in order to find the roots of this given equation. So here, that is root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2. We will find the roots of this, that is the solutions of this x. So here we will use middle term splitting factor. So here the coefficient of x square is root 2. That one we will multiply with this, that is 5 root 2. That is the constant term. So here root 2 will multiply with the constant term, that is 5 root 2. Now here root 2 into root 2 will get here 2 into 5. So we'll get here 10. So here we got 10. Now this middle term, that is 7x, we'll have to obtain from this 10, that is the product of the coefficient of x square and the constant term, by adding or by subtracting. So we will find the factors of this 10, that is 1 into 10 we can get 10, again 2 into 5 we can get 10, again 3 it is not possible, 4 not possible, 5 we already got here 5. So here by using these factors we will try to find this middle term either by adding or by subtracting. So here if we add 5x plus 2x, then we are going to get this 10. That means if we multiply we are going to get 10. If we add them we are going to get the middle term, that is 7x. So here instead of this 7x we will replace the value by 5x plus 2x. So root 2 x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2. Now instead of this 7x we have placed this value for 7x as 5x plus 2x. Now among these two we will take common, and among these two also we will take common. Now here what is common here? We can see that x is common in between them, so we will take x as common. Now what is left when we will take x common from here? That is root 2x. You can obtain it by dividing it by the common that you have taken, that is root 2x square by x. X and x1 here will be cancelled from upside, that is numerator. So here root 2x is left, that we wrote here, that is root 2x plus from 5x, if we are taking x as common, then 5 will be left, that is 5. Now among these two also what is common? Here we can see that nothing is common. X is also not common, 2 is also not common. So what we have learned that we will take 1 as common if there is nothing common. So if we are taking 1 common from here, then what we are going to get? We are going to get the same result, that is 2x plus 5 root 2. But here now we can see that it is different. As we have learned that whatever we will get inside this bracket, the same thing we are going to get here inside this bracket also. Here we can see that nothing is common, so we have taken 1 as common. Now here we can see that this box is 2x plus 5 root 2, and in this side we can get root 2x plus 5. That is, they are not common. So what we are going to do is we will take the common in such a way that inside both the brackets we will get the same values. So here what we can do is 2x plus 5 root 2. Here this 2 we can split it in this form, that is root 2 into root 2 x. That means root 2 into root 2 will get 2 x into x. That means 2x. If we multiply them we are then we are going to get this one as 2 and x plus 5 root 2. Now among these two, if this 2 we are splitting it as root 2 into root 2, then plus 5 root 2, then here we can see that root 2 is common here in both the sides. So we can take root 2 as common. Now from this 2 root 2's, that means root 2 is 2 times here. So 1 we have taken out. So what will be left? Root 2x is left among these two. That means from here to here, root 2x is left, plus from this 5 root 2 also we are taking root 2 as common, then 5 is left. So what we can do is we can take root 2 as common. Now if we are taking root 2 as common, then root 2x plus 5 we are getting inside the bracket. Here also we are getting the same thing, that is root 2x plus 5. So we can take here root 2 as common. So root 2, if we are taking root 2 as common, we are going to get root 2x plus 5. Now among these two brackets, they are same, so we are going to take one of the bracket, that is root 2x plus 5, and again what are the things left? That is x plus root 2 is left. Again x plus root 2 is left. Now we got them in the product form. Now we can say that either one part is equal to 0 or the other part is equal to 0, for which the value of this x we can get. So we can write here, so the roots of the equation is the value of x, for which root 2x plus 5 into x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Now we can make either one part it is equal to 0 or the other part is equal to 0. Either root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, where root 2x is equal to plus 5, when we are transferring it will change into minus 5, and root 2 is multiplied here with x, when we are transferring on the other side it will change into divide. So we got one root of this x, and the other root we can get it from this one, that is, or x plus root 2 is equal to 0, where x will be equal to minus of root 2. Therefore the roots are, what are the roots that we got here? It is minus 5 by root 2, minus 5 by root 2, and again the other one we got here, it is minus root 2. This is how we are going to solve. Option number 4 here, 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. So here we can see that this constant term, it is in the fractional form. So what we can do is, we will take the LCM 8 here and then we will solve. So here 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. We can solve it directly also, that is the constant coefficient of x square will multiply with the constant term, and then also we can solve. That is 2 into 1 by 8 will get here 4, and then we can obtain the middle term either by addition or subtraction. But when we are taking common, at that time we will face difficulty here, so we will do by taking the LCM here. So LCM here will be 8, because here also 1 and here also it is 1. 8 into 1 into 1 will get the same thing, that is 8. So 2x square will multiply with the LCM, that is 8, minus x into 8 plus 1 by 8 into 8 is equal to 0. Now 8 and 8 we can cancel here. So we will get here, that is 2x square into 8 will get here 16x square, minus x into 8 will get here 8x, plus 1 into again 1, same thing, that is 1, by 8 is equal to 0. Now 8 is divided here. When we are transferring on the other side, it will change into multiply. So 0 into 8 will get the same thing, that is 0 itself. So we'll write here 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. That means 8 we have transformed on the other side. 0 into 8 will get the same thing, that is 0. Now here we'll take 16x square minus 8x plus 1. We'll leave this 0 and then on the later part we will make it equal with this 0. Now 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 1 into 16 will get here 16. We'll get here 16. Now factors of 16 will find. 1 into 16 will get 16. Again 2 into 8 will get 16. Again 4 into 4 will get here 16. Again it is not possible. Now we need the middle term either by addition or by subtraction. So 8x. How we can get this 8x? Either by addition or by subtraction. Now here we can see that if we add these two, that is 4x plus 4x, we are going to get this 8x. So we'll take 4x plus 4x instead of this 8x. So here 16x square. Now here we can see that one minus sign is there. Now if we are writing here minus 4x plus 4x, then the value will be changed into 0. So what we will do is we will change this plus also into minus. That means minus 4x minus 4x. Now if it is changed into minus 4x, then we'll get here 8x and sign is minus. So we'll get the minus 8x. So what we'll do is minus 4x plus 1. Now among these two we'll take common and among these two also we'll take common. So here we can see 4x is common here. So if we are taking 4x common from 16x square, what is left? That is 4x is left, minus from 4x, if we are taking the same thing, that is 4x common, then 1 is left. Now minus, among these two, what is common? Nothing is common, so we'll take 1 as common. Now 4x minus into minus will change into plus and 1. So we got the same thing, that is 4x minus 1, here also 4x minus 1. So now we will write here, that is 4x minus 1, 4x minus 1, again multiplied by this 4x minus 1, 4x minus 1. Now we will write here, so the solution, so the roots of the equation is the value of x for which 4x minus 1 and 4x minus 1 product of their numbers is equal to 0. Then we can write here either 4x minus 1 is equal to 0 or 4x is equal to minus 1, we are transferring, then it will change into plus 1. Now x is equal to 1 by 4. Again in the same way we will make the other side also, that is 4x minus 1 also equal to 0. Now if we are making the same thing, we are going to get, that is 1 by 4. So we can write here the answer, that is therefore the roots are 1 by 4 and again 1 by 4. We are going to get the same roots here, that is 1 by 4 in both the cases. So that is about how we are going to solve it by factorization method. Now let me show you question number 3. So now question number 3 here. Question number 2 I have not done. Question number 2, it is same thing, that is you will have to find the answers by factorization method. You can see the example given there. The equation is formed already there and then you can find the answer of that question by factorization method, that is by middle term splitting factor, just now we have discussed, and then you can obtain the answers. Now question number 3, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. Sum it is 27, two numbers whose sum is 27 and its product is 182. We are asked to find the numbers whose sum will be 27 and product will be 182. Now sum is 27. Sum of two numbers, if we are adding two numbers, the sum is 27. Now if I will say you, if one number is 12, then what will be the other number, so that their sum is 27. How you can obtain is, this other number you can obtain it by subtracting, that is 27 minus 12. 27 minus 12, if you will do, then you will get this number, that is what is the other number. Now if I will say you that sum of two numbers is 27. If one is x, then what will be the other number? How you can obtain that other number is by subtracting 27 minus x. So we'll use the same thing, that is one number we are going to take it as x, and the other number we can obtain it by subtracting 27 minus x. So we'll write here, let one number be x and the other number is equal to 27 minus x, because if one is x, then the other one will be 27 minus x. Just now I have explained you how it is. That is x, if the other number we don't know, then other number we can obtain it by subtracting 27 and x. So we have done the same thing. Now product is 182. If we multiply these two numbers, then their product, it is 182. This is the given condition again. So what we will do is, according to the question, product of these two numbers, it is given 182. That means x, if we are multiplying with 27 minus x, then we are going to get it as 182. Now we will multiply this x with 27 and x with x also. So x into 27 will get here 27x, x into x will get here x square, plus into minus is equal to 182. Now 27x minus x square, 182 will transfer on the left hand side, it will change into minus 182 is equal to 0. Now we'll arrange this in their standard form, that is according to their degree. Then we'll get here minus x square plus 27x minus 182 is equal to 0. Here we can see one minus sign is there. So in order to remove this minus sign, what we'll do is we'll take minus common from it. So minus, when we are taking common, then we'll get here x square minus with what we will multiply in order to get this plus. So minus into minus, it is plus. So 27x, again minus with what we will multiply in order to get this minus. So minus into plus, it is minus. So plus 182 is equal to 0. Now you can assume, we can say that this minus 1 is multiplied with this whole term. So what we will do is, with this minus 1 we will transfer on the other side. Here it is multiplied, when we will transfer on the other side, it will change into divide. 0 divided by anything, it is 0 itself. So we can get here x square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now we will use middle term splitting factor in order to find the values of this x. Now x square minus 27x plus 182. Now the coefficient of x square here, it is 1. 1 into 182, we are going to get the same result, that is. So we will find the factors of 182. By 2 it is possible. 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2. Now we got here 91 and 2. Now this 91, it is divisible by 13. 13 into 7, it is. Now 7 is a prime number. So we got here it as 2 into 13 into 7. Now we need to obtain this 27 either by addition or by subtraction. So how we can obtain this 27? Now here, if we multiply these two, that is 2 into 7, it is 14, into again 13, then 14 plus 13, it is 27. So we can add them, that is 14x plus 13x. Now here 14x, since the sign here it is minus, so we will write here minus 13x, because here it is minus already. So minus 14x minus 13x will get here minus 27x. So instead of this minus 27x, we can write minus 14x minus 13x. So we'll write here x squared minus 14x minus 13x plus 182. Now among these two we'll take common. So here we can see that x is common. So we'll take x common. Now when we are taking x common from x squared, x will be left, minus minus. From 14x, when we are taking x as common, so 14 will be left, minus minus. Now among these two, what is common? Here as we have taken here 13 and 14, when we are multiplying, we are going to get the number, that is 182. So what we can do is 13 we can find it here, and 13 is a factor here also, so we can take here 13 as common. So if we are taking 13 common from here, then x will be left, minus into minus will get here plus, and from 182 when we are taking 13 as common, so we will get here 14. So 14. Now x minus 14, from this 2 common we are going to pick up 1, that is x minus 14. Now the left thing is x minus 30. So x minus 30. Now we can write here the roots of the equation is the values for which x minus 14 into x minus 13 is equal to 0. Now we can make here either x minus 14 is equal to 0, where x is equal to 14, or x minus 13 is equal to 0, or x is equal to 30. We got the values of x, that is 14 and 13. So we can write our answer, that is what are the two numbers. So we can write, therefore the two numbers are 14 and 13. These are the two numbers. So this is our required answer. Now let me show you question number 4. Question number 4 here. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose square is 365. We are asked to find two consecutive positive integers. Now consecutive positive integers, it means x and x plus 1. Suppose if we are saying about 1, 2, 3, then 1 is the first number. Second number, how we can obtain? With the first we are adding one more to it. With the second we are adding one more to it, we are getting the next number. So in serial we are going to get, if we go on adding 1 to the preceding number. So here x, if we are taking the first number, then the other number will be x plus 1. So we will take it as, let the two consecutive positive integers be x and x plus 1. Since now sum of whose squares is 365. The sum of their squares, it is equal to 365. So according to the question, sum of the squares, that means x to the whole square plus x plus 1 to the whole square, sum of their squares is equal to 365. x is the first number and the other number it is x plus 1. Sum of the squares of that number. So we have done the square of the first number plus the square of the second number also. Now x into x will get here x square plus this is in the form of a plus b whole square. So we'll remove the bracket, that is a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square is equal to 365. Now x square plus x square here plus 2 into x into 1 will get here 2x plus 1 square is 1 is equal to 365. Now x square plus x square will get here 2x square plus 2x plus 2x plus 1. When we are transferring this 365 on the left hand side, it will change into minus 365 is equal to 0. Now 2x square plus 2x plus into minus, it is minus, so 365 minus 1 will get here 364 and minus from the greater integer is equal to 0. Now we can see that 2 is common here, so we'll take 2 common in order to reduce this number so that it will be easy for us. 2 will take common, 2x square, from 2x square 2 we are taking common, then x square is left, plus from here also we are taking 2 common, then x is left. Now from 364 if we are taking 2 common, then what we will get here? So we will divide it and we will get 364, we will divide it by 2. 2 ones are 2, 1, 6, 2 8s are 16, next 4, 2 2s are 4. So we got here 182. 182 is equal to 0. Now this 2 is multiplied here. When we are transferring on the other side, it will change into divide. So x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. When we are transferring this 2, it will change into divide. So now we can write here. Now x plus x minus 182. X square plus x minus 182. Now the coefficient of x square here it is 1 and here it is 182. When we will multiply, we will get the answer, that is 182. And for 182, just now we have used this 182, that is 14 and 13. 14 into 13, it is 182. So 14 minus 13 if we are doing, then we are going to get 1. So we can use here 14x minus 13x. If we use this one, then we are going to get here x only. So in the middle term it is x alone. So we can use this number, that is 14x minus 13x. So we'll write here x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182. So now x will take common from these two, then x is left here plus 14 minus, again here 13 will take common, then here we'll get here x plus minus into plus, it is minus, so plus the other factor here it is 14, so we'll take 14 here, we'll get 14 here, so x plus 14. Now x plus 14 or x minus 13, product of these two, now we'll make it equal to 0. So we can write here, so the roots of the equation is the values of x for which this their product it is equal to 0, that is x plus 14 into x minus 13 it is equal to 0. So now either x plus 14 is equal to 0, where x is equal to minus 14. Plus 14, when we are transferring, it will change into minus 14. 0 minus 14, you will get the same result, that is minus 14. Or x minus 13 is equal to 0 or x is equal to 13. Now here values of x we got here, it is minus 14 and 13. Here it is given that it is about positive integers. So it cannot have minus value in it. The value of x cannot be minus. So we'll take the positive value for x, that is 13 only. So we'll write here, since the value of x is positive, therefore x is equal to 13. We cannot take this negative value, since the value of x, it is given about two consecutive positive integers. It is said about positive 1. So we are going to take positive value, that is 13 only. Now, therefore, the numbers are x we got here, it is 13, and x plus 1. We got the other number, that is x plus 1. So 13 plus 1, that is equal to 13, and the other one is 13 plus 1, it is 14. So this is our answer. Now let me show you question number 5. So question number 5 here, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 cm, find the other two sides. Here it is said that there is a right angle triangle. There is a right angle triangle whose hypotenuse is given here 13 cm. Whose hypotenuse, that is the longest side of a triangle, it is given 13 cm. And it is given that altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 cm less than its base. This is the base and this is the altitude. Now this altitude, it is 7 cm less than this base. Now this base, if we are saying it as x, then the altitude here will be equal to x minus 7, because the altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 cm less than its base. If base is x, then altitude will be equal to x minus 7. If we say here altitude, base here it is 10 cm, then its altitude will be 10 minus 7 in this way. So we are taking here for base as x, then for altitude we'll get here it is x minus 7. So we'll assume here for first, that is for base, let the base of the right triangle be x centimeter, then its altitude is equal to, altitude will be equal to x minus 7. So x minus 7 centimeter. Now here it is given one more thing, that is the hypotenuse is given, it is 13 centimeter. Hypotenuse is equal to 13 centimeter. Now here we need to find this altitude, that is this side and this base. We need to find these two. Now how we will find these two, that is the base and the altitude? We can find by using Pythagoras Theorem. We'll use Pythagoras Theorem. We know that Pythagoras Theorem, it is base square plus altitude square will be equal to hypotenuse square. That is, we have learned, that is perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. Here instead of this perpendicular, it is said about altitude. So perpendicular and altitude, it is same. So altitude square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. So we'll use this formula and then we will obtain the value of this x, where we can get the value for base also and the value for altitude also. So now by Pythagoras theorem, what we will get here, that is altitude square. What is the altitude we took here? It is, we got here it is x minus 7. So x minus 7 to the whole square plus base square. What is base here? That is x. So x square is equal to hypotenuse square, that is 13 square. 13 square. Now we'll use one formula here, that is x a minus b whole square. That is a square minus 2 into a into b. Here b is 7 and a is x, plus b square, that is 7 square. 7 square plus x square is equal to plus x square. Now 13 square, we know that it is 169. Now x square minus 2x into 7, we'll get here 2 into 7, it is 14x, plus 7 square, it is 7 into 7, that is 49, plus x square is equal to 169. Now x square and x square we can add it. X square plus x square will get here 2x square minus 14x plus 49 plus 169. When we are transferring it, is changed into minus 169 is equal to 0. Now 2x square minus 14x plus into minus, it is minus, so we'll subtract it. That is 169 minus 49. So 169 minus 49. 9 minus 9 here will get 0. 6 minus 4, it is 2 and 1 here. So we got here minus 120, because the greater integer here, it is 169 which has minus sign in it, that is equal to 0. Now we'll find the value of x by middle term splitting factor. So now here we can see that 2 is common here. So what we will do is we'll take 2 common from here. So if we are taking 2 common from here, then what we are going to get here, if we are taking 2 common, then x square will be left here, minus 7x minus, from 120 if we are taking 2 common, then 60 will be left, because 120 we are going to divide it by 2. So 2, 6 times it is 12 and 0. So we'll get here 60. It is equal to 0. Now this 2 we can transfer on the other side, then x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. 2 is multiplied here, will change into divide. Now we can find the value of this x. So we'll write here now x square minus 7x minus 60. So now here the coefficient of x square, here it is 1. 1 into 60 will get 60. Now we'll find the factors of this 60. That is by 2 it is possible, so 30, again by 2, 15, again here by 3, 5 is 15. So 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So now this we can multiply and find the factor in such a way that we will get here 7x. Now 2 into 2 it is 4, 4 into 3 it is 12 and into 5. Now if we subtract them, 12 minus 5, we are going to get here 7. So we can use 12x and 5x. Now here it is minus, so minus 12x. Now what we will write here, either plus or minus. In order to make it minus 7x, we need minus 7x. So here if we write here plus 5x, then plus into minus we are going to get minus. So 12 minus 5 will get here 7x, that is minus 7x. So we can write here x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60. Now x will take common from here, then we'll get here x minus 12. Again from this 2 we'll take 5 common from here. So what we'll get here, x minus, plus into minus, minus, that minus is here. Now from 60 if we are taking 5 common, then we are going to get here 12. So we got here, that is x minus 12. Now here x minus 12 and x plus 5. So now we can get the value of x from here. So we'll write here, therefore the roots of the solution is the value of x for which x minus 12 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now we'll write here either x minus 12 is equal to 0, where x is equal to 12, that is plus 12, or x plus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0, where the value of x is equal to minus 5. Now here, since it is about the length of the right angle triangle, then the value of x cannot be negative. So we'll take the positive value only. So we'll write here, since the length cannot be negative, therefore x is equal to 12. That is positive value we are taking. Now we can write, find the other two sides. Therefore the two sides are then one we took it as x centimeter and the other one we took it as x minus 7 centimeter. So we can write here, that is for x we got here it is 12 centimeter and x minus 7, that is 12 minus 7 centimeter. So 12 centimeter here and 12 minus 7 it is 5 centimeter. So these are the two sides of the right angle triangle. There are altitude and the base. That is, one is altitude here and other one is base. So which one is the base? That is, base is we took it as x. So x we got here it is x centimeter. So base is 12 centimeter and the altitude here it is 5 centimeter. Now let me show you question number 6. So question number 6 here. A cottage industry produces a certain number of poultry articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. Now here, let me show you an example. Suppose you are buying 5 pens and the cost of 1 pen is rupees 7. If the cost of 1 pen is rupees 7, then what will be the total amount you will have to pay? That means the total amount, total you will have to pay is 5 into rupees 7. That means rupees 35 you will have to pay. That is the total amount you will have to pay in order to get 5 pens at the cost of rupees 7 for 1 pen. So we'll use the same condition. That is, the number of articles, will take it as x, since it is asked to find the number of articles and the cost of one such article. So we'll take here, let the number of articles be x. That means that cottage company, they are producing x number of items in that day. Now it is said about that it was observed that on a particular day the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. That means the cost of that article and the cost of the article is equal to, that means if we are saying that 5 pens is there, then 5 we are multiplying with the cost of 1 pen. Then here also we will do the same thing, that is the number of articles, that is x, will multiply with the cost. Now what is the cost? It is said, the condition is given, that is 3 more than twice the number of articles produced. The cost is 3 more than, that is plus 3 more than twice the number of articles, that means 2x plus 3. Twice the number of articles plus 3, that means 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. And the total production, that means the total production, it is equal to rupees 90. That means if we are multiplying the cost of 1 pen with the number of pens, then we got the total. So here we'll do the same thing. That means the number of pens, here we have taken here the number of pen as x, that is x, into, if we are multiplying with the cost of one pen, that is 2x plus 3. If we are multiplying with 2x plus 3, then that is equal to rupees 90. That is the total production on that day. So now we'll use this condition in order to find the value of this x. So as per condition, so according to the question, x, when we are multiplying with 2x plus 3, it is equal to 90. That means the cost of one pen, we are multiplying with the number of pens. That means articles, we don't know what is the article. So just I am saying about the pens. So if the cost of one pen is 2x plus 3, the cost of x pen will be equal to x into 2x plus 3. Like this. That is number of pens into cost of one pen. Then x will multiply here. So x into 2x will get here 2x square plus x into 3 will get here 3x is equal to 90. Now we'll transfer 90 on the left hand side. So 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is equal to 0. Now we will use middle term splitting factor in order to find the value of this x. Now we can write here, that is 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is, now again constant term here it is 90, and here the coefficient of x square is 2. So 90 into 2 will get here 180. Now we will find the factors of 180, and either by addition or by subtraction we need to get this 3x. So 2 it is 90, again by 2 it is 45, again by 5 it is 5 9s are 45, again by 3 3. Now we got here 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 3. Now let us check by what number we will get this 3. So here 2 into 2 it is 4, 4 into 5 it is 20, and 3 into 3 it is 9. So when we add or subtract these two numbers, we are not going to get this 3. So what we will do is, we will check again. That is 5 into 3 it is 15, 15 into 3 it is 45, and here it is 4. Here also we are not going to get. So what we will do is 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into again 3. 2 into 2, 4, 4 3s are 12 into 5 into 3 we will get here 15. So here we are getting, when we will subtract or add them, we are going to get 15 minus 12, we are going to get here 3. So what we can do is, so what we are going to do is, we will take here 15x minus 12x, then we will get here 3x. So instead of this 3x, we will place this value, that is 15x minus 12x. So 2x square plus 15x minus 12x minus 90. Now from this 2 we will take common, then we will get x as common. So here it is left with 2x plus 15. Now here also we will get common, that is 6 is common here between these two. So we will take 6 as common. Now from 12x, if we are taking 6 as common, then we will get here 2x. Now here minus into plus, we will get here minus. So minus into plus, minus. Now from 90 we are taking 6 common, then we will get here 6 into 15. When we are multiplying 6 into 15, we will get here 90. So 2x plus 15. Now 2x plus 15, since they are common, so we are taking 1. Then left is x minus 6. X minus 6. Now we can make either one part of it is equal to 0 or the other part is equal to 0. Either 2x plus 15 is equal to 0, where 2x is equal to minus 15, or x is equal to minus 15 by 2, or the other one is x minus 6. X minus 6 is equal to 0, where x is equal to minus 6. When we are transferring, we will get here plus 6. Now here we cannot take this minus 15 by 2, since the value cannot be negative for rupees. So we will take this x is equal to 6. since the value of rupees cannot be negative, therefore x is equal to 6. We got the answer for x is equal to 6. Now what we are asked to find, that is the number of articles and the cost of the articles. Therefore we can write here, therefore the number of articles is equal to 6 and the cost of one article, the cost of the article is equal to, and the cost of the article is equal to 2x plus 3. So here 2x plus 3. Then it is equal to 2 into x, we got here it is 6 plus 3. That is 2 into 6, it is 12 plus 3, we will get here 15. That is the cost. So we will write here rupees 15. That is the cost of that one article. So that is the end of our exercise, that is exercise 4.2. Thank you so much.